Corpse Husband, aka Corpse, is a faceless YouTuber and musician known for his strikingly deep voice, charismatic personality, and an identity shrouded in mystery.
Well, that didn't last long. What's good, guys? Kel here. Listen, man, I was watching some old Among Us videos with my girlfriend the other day. You know, the ones with Corpse, Toast, PewDiePie, all those types of people. And I realized that Corpse hasn't uploaded in over 3 years. Now, I didn't know this, but apparently Corpse Husband, you know, that Among Us guy with the deep voice, he's had his face revealed by a couple of his fans, and let's just say that the internet really wasn't happy with what they were seeing. I mean, it takes a lot of self-confidence and guts to actually show yourself on the internet, especially when you're as big as Corpse Husband. Plus, it doesn't help that the man has like the sexiest voice I've ever heard. The first time I heard Corpse's voice, I literally thought God was speaking to me from the heavens above, and I'm pretty sure that most of his viewers had the same reaction as me. So when they found out what he actually looked like, it seemed like they felt they were lied to or something. I don't know. Like, face reveals are meant to be a way to connect better with your audience, but in some cases, all they do is fuck everything up. And in Corpse's case, oh boy, did things go to shit. Real quick though, about 90% of you guys aren't subscribed, so if that's you, subscribe. But yeah, back to the video. Now, to truly understand just how disappointing Corpse's face reveal actually is, we need to go back to where Corpse first started blowing up off of his Among Us videos.
Hello, friend.
Wow.
What?
Kicks like Kuno.
Wait, what?
Corpse's voice is like infrasonic bass.
Is that real? No.
Oh my god.
It's real, believe me. He sounds like God and the devil should sound like.
I don't know. I guess I haven't done a face reveal, so.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Guys, who is Corpse?
Well, I just
totally
assume
fine
that
with
someone with this voice might look like, you know, they don't look like what they sound like.
You're accurate. You're completely accurate.
He doesn't look
Everybody-
like what he sounds like. Remember how everyone thought Donkey
I
was
feel
black?
like your voice is touching me.
Sorry, what? But yeah, as you can see, people immediately started simping over Corpse. And I mean, I really don't blame them, to be honest. Like, the guy is an absolute specimen of a human. Or at least we all thought he was. Now, don't get me wrong, it's not like he just spawned into this world being the throat goat. I'm pretty sure he has a couple diseases or some shit. Yeah, here. Corpse has conditions such as fibromyalgia, what the fuck? Thoracic outlet syndrome, and GERD. The latter of which has partially caused his voice to become deeper. GERD stands for gastroesophageal reflux disease, and it's basically just where acid from your stomach enters your throat, causing a ton of damage, and in Corpse's case, causing his voice to deepen. Now, a lot of people didn't know this initially, leading them to think that he was some kind of 7-foot tall testosterone freak show with the genetics of Zeus. Little did we know he looked like the B-tier version of a Discord mod. Now, before we get too deep into Corpse's face reveal, I think we need to truly understand just how much of an impact a face reveal can have on someone's career. And to do this, let's take a look at one of the most disgraceful, drama-ridden face reveals of all time. Dreams. I mean, the second Dream's face hit the internet, all sorts of people just started laughing at him, dude. People were calling him ugly, making edits of him, comparing him to cartoon characters, all sorts of shit, man. Now, personally, I think he looks like the most average white dude ever. Maybe even a little better than average, to be honest. Like, he really didn't deserve all the hate that he was getting.
My name is Clay, otherwise known as Dream.
Guys, I'm not laughing because of what he looks like, chat. Guys, I'm not laughing. Guys, I'm laughing because this is just the pose. Guys, it's iconic at this point.
Like, bro, the hate was so bad at one point that hashtags like he's ugly and put the mask back on were trending on Twitter. Just deep that for a second, bro. There were enough people hating on Dream's face reveal that the topic got onto trending. How fucking insane is that? As a faceless YouTuber myself, I think I genuinely just curl up into a ball and die at that point. Like, you never see me out of the house ever again. And I mean, at first, Dream kind of did the same thing. He didn't start using a face cam or anything and just kind of went back to filming the exact same videos.
Why did you put the face mask like back on?
Well, I mean, I always wanted the mask to be a big part of like Dream. I think what would make a splash, what would do that is deleting the face reveal and then being like, I'm going masked again.
Like, the guy literally went back to using a mask. And keep in mind, all of this is just because a couple people online didn't like how he looked. Okay, obviously a little more than a couple, but you get what I mean. Like I said earlier, the guy doesn't even look bad. Like, I really don't get all the hate. I feel like people these days just forget that celebrities and YouTubers are really just people at the end of the day. Not everyone's perfect. Like, you can't expect these people to be fucking made in God's image or whatever. With all that being said though, let's move on to Corpse, because if you thought Dream's face reveal was bad, wait until you see this shit. Now, as we all know, the main reason Corpse blew up so fast was because of his deep ass voice. The thing is, when people blow up quickly on the internet, they typically develop a pretty cult-like following that place them on like a pedestal and acts like they can never do anything wrong. The thing is, painting this perfect picture of them in your mind means that they actually have to be perfect in real life to meet your expectations. I don't know if that made any sense, but basically, like, I'm trying to say, if you think someone or something's perfect and then find one little mistake or flaw that they have, your whole perception of that person is going to change. And that's exactly what happened with Corpse.
When I first started, I got to reveal my face to 10 people and then 20 people, and 30 people, and it grew slowly over time. You have all these expectations for what you should look like, especially with your voice that's so unique. So throwing yourself out there, it'd be like literally throwing yourself to the wolves.
And like you said, with you, it was gradual, and with the gradual part of it comes the haters being gradual as well. But for me and people that blow up very quickly, it's all of that at once. There's no gradual like learning of that.
Like even he knew what would happen if his face ever got leaked. I mean, there's a reason he wanted to cover it in the first place. Apparently he has a lot of anxiety and stuff, so I can imagine it'd be really tough to have to deal with like all 7 million of his subscribers once they knew what he looked like. Another thing that's honestly just a little sad is that his own fans began trying to dox him and figure out what he looked like, which to me just seems like loser mentality, to be honest. Like, do people seriously have nothing else better to do than stalk and figure out every single little detail about random people on the internet?
Are you ever going to do a face reveal? Last time we spoke, you said that you were so tempted you would sometimes take a selfie, have your finger over the button,
That's
you would
so
drop
many
your
times.
phone, you would say like, fate can decide this for me.
I don't think I'm gonna face reveal on purpose anytime soon. It's just way too much now.
Do you feel like you're not being authentically yourself when you're not showing your face?
Like the more that people know about me online, the less I can be open about myself in my private life. Because then like, oh, this matches up with Corpse. Like,
You've kind of dug yourself into a hole. You backed yourself up into a corner with how much you've been honest about yourself, because now if you tell anyone anything real about yourself in person, it would line up too closely. You've almost chosen, inadvertently, but you've chosen to be your authentic self to the internet only. And therefore your interactions in real life are inauthentic because you can't be authentic.
I can't be authentic with people in my personal life because I was too authentic with people online. I'm just so unapologetically myself that it kind of hurts to like not be myself in any degree.
So you'd just rather not interact at all?
Yeah, exactly.
Damn, dude, that's actually so peak. Imagine having to hide your entire real world identity and live your life in constant fear that eventually someone's gonna figure out exactly who you are. Thank fuck I only have a couple thousand subs. Like, that shit would be stressful as hell. Anyways, as you can tell from the interview clips, it was pretty clear that Corpse didn't want anyone figuring out what he actually looked like. But unfortunately for him, some of his little fangirls doxed him, revealing a photo that people claimed was Corpse. Real quick though, before we actually look at the photo and everything that came with it, I think it's important to note that this photo hasn't been confirmed to actually be Corpse. Like, for all we know, this could just be some random ass dude. But anyways, with all that being said, here's the photo. So yeah, apparently this is Corpse. As you can see, the person who posted the photo also included the caption, "Y'all were simping over this man, Corpse husband leaked, Corpse leak, Corpse husband face." And holy shit guys, this started an all-out fight on Twitter, man. People started reposting the photo on there with captions like, "Corpse husband face reveal, not as he advertised, sorry fangirls, lol." And to be honest, from what I can tell, most of the comments were actually kind of wholesome, with people saying shit like, "Joke's on you, even if this is him, we still love him so much." On the other hand, there were others that were extremely pissed at the person who actually exposed him. Imagine being so attention deprived that you have to invade someone else's privacy and expose them for your own personal gain. So fucking gross. And I'm not gonna lie here guys, I completely agree with this comment right here. How sad is your own little life that you feel the need to expose random people on the internet? Like, it's just embarrassing. The worst part is a lot of people just started bullying the fuck out of Corpse. Trigger warning, very ugly, hideous. Corpse husband face reveal and he's ugly like everyone expected, lol. Like bro, this shit is just straight malicious. Keep in mind by the way, we have no idea if this photo is actually Corpse or not. Also, he mentioned in one of his interviews that he's taken pretty much no photos of himself since starting a YouTube channel. So even if that is him, the photo is several years old and he likely looks completely different now. I mean seriously, this kid looks like he's 16 or 17. Bro, everyone's a little fugly around that age. I know I definitely was. I mean now I'm an absolute hunk of a man, like don't get me wrong, but back then I looked like I had some sort of undiscovered illness or some shit. Anyways, getting back to Corpse, when all of his face reveal shit started getting out of control, he slunk back into the shadows, never to post again. His last YouTube video was posted on the 22nd of November 2021, and since then he hasn't posted a single thing except for a couple tweets about new music he's releasing. Honestly, I think he might just be done with a lot of the internet, man. Like, all he has to do is post a couple songs every now and then and he'll probably be fine. I really don't know if his break is going to be indefinite, but it's safe to say that I'm not doing a face reveal anytime soon.